Hello again, everybody. Barry Hyatt here in Scottsville at the UK Extension Office with my good friend Janet Johnson, who's been a little under the weather, but we are happy to report she is back in action.
Yes, I am, Barry. I may be not at the top of my game yet, but I'm sure climbing and glad to be here today. Yes.
Glad to have you back.
Yes, thank you so, so much. And I'm glad to be back today because we're in the middle of the summer and it is hot.
Yes.
So we're going to look at a supper idea that kind of takes the taco, everybody's favorite, to a different level with a lower carb version and also a way to sneak in those vegetables with kids.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to do that lean, mean lettuce taco that we call it. So I think you're going to love this. And it's a great mixture to use for lots of things too. So let's get started. It's so easy. Now we just took, again, almost 3/4 to a pound, depending on how you purchase your ground beef. And we did that browned in an electric skillet. You can use a tabletop or a stove skillet, either way. And we've got that almost completely browned here. But then what we want to do, Barry, is sneak in some vegetables and some green. So this is a small zucchini that I've chopped. And you can stop right there. Or, and I'll show you that you could add some yellow squash if you wanted to and kind of mix it up. So we'll do just a little bit of each one there. And then to add a little more flavor, we're going to put in a little bit of green pepper. Now the recipe card does not call for green pepper, but I love green pepper as a flavor agent, especially if we're looking at tacos. So I'm going to put a little bit of green pepper in there too. And remember, if you don't use it all you got to do is put it in a freezer bag and put it in the freezer, and it's ready for your chilies and your soups later on.
Most certainly,
or your spaghetti sauces. So there we go. And then we're going to add a little bit of fresh corn. Nothing gives great flavor. Fresh corn on the market right now. And I've done a little bicolor corn that you can see here. So we're just going to add a little bit of that. Usually, instead of looking at cups, I will take a look and say, okay, let's do an ear, because that's what you buy, right? And so why don't you just cut off an ear? So the amount that you have may vary, but just get an ear of corn or 2 ears of corn if you really like a lot of corn. Corn, again, cut off corn is going to usually, with a medium ear of corn, give you about a ½ a cup. So increase your volume there with 2 ears. And you should get 3/4 again to a ½ as well. So we're adding this in here. And we want to put this in with beef that is already browned. Already browned. So that we want these vegetables to be kind of tender crisp, but we want them to kind of steam in the skillet. That's all we're doing.
So you wouldn't want to cook them raw with the raw meat, obviously.
You would not. You would not. So go ahead and just let your beef brown and be almost done. Kind of that little stage where it's almost ready. Put your vegetables in and start heating them. We'll turn up the skillet, and I'll even let you kind of stir a little bit there and put them in. If you want to add a little more protein, and this is a texture thing with your taco, you may want to add some black beans. That extends your beef that you purchase for your family, more dish, or a second meal later on. And the amount that you put depends on what you like. You know, you can take a can of black beans and you will want to actually drain those and rinse those because the packing fluid, the water, almost a sauce that comes with black beans would make this just a little too thick and a little too mushy. So make sure that you drain those and then add the black beans as you see. Now I put about what I call a ½ a can when you drain it, and that's going to be the equivalent to about a ½ a cup. You can put a cup if you really want to extend, but I try to let the beef and the vegetables be the premier player in this dish and kind of get it going.
Now, you know me, I love red peppers. Could we put red peppers in if we wanted to?
Absolutely could. We're kind of staying with the lean green lettuce taco, so hence why we didn't put a red pepper, because we're going to add that great red vegetable in just a moment. On the top of this wonderful taco, and that's some chopped tomatoes. So, but absolutely, you could put your red pepper in there and really make it very pretty. But what's going to happen next, as you begin to keep stirring, we're going to add some red by using a tomato sauce, you know, in this taco. And most of the time when you make a taco at home, what you're doing is you're browning your beef and then you're adding some taco seasoning. And you kind of stop there. Well, we're going to kind of add a little more moisture to this taco. And you can see Barry's still steaming those vegetables, but now he's working in the taco sauce. And Barry, I did choose a 25% less sodium
Okay.
taco seasoning.
Okay.
And we're going to kind of see if we think that's enough, but anytime you can kind of lower the sodium down, if you don't affect your flavor, that's a good thing. And especially in the summer when we are dehydrating anyway with all the heat out there, we want to watch the sodium intake that we're doing in the summertime. So if you can choose a low sodium version, great there as well. Now that Barry's been steaming it, we're going to take a small can of tomato sauce and we're going to add as we see. So this may be 4 ounces, which should be half a can.
Okay.
Or if we need a little more, because if we've added more vegetables, then you may need a little more sauce.
Sure.
So we're just getting the small can, and Barry's doing a great job, kind of stirring around.
Doing the best
and
here.
I'll add a little more to it, and we're adding just a little more flavor to this mixture. It's wonderful. So remember, you can vary the amount of the vegetables that you add, but we're sneaking in vegetables to a taco mixture. This is a great, it's a great mixture for dips. And you could even do the tortilla chips if you like. We're going to serve it on the lettuce, again, to lower the carbs. Take advantage, again, of something lighter for the summer and really make it happen there. But
it smells great too, doesn't it?
I mean, it's great on hard taco shells, soft taco shells. The lettuce we're doing today is just another way to do that. Now, while you're stirring, Barry, do you think you need a little more sauce?
Maybe so, just a
See,
little bit.
we're just going to vary. I like to have a juicy taco filling, and this is going to do it. It's not going to be dry. It's going to be really moist, and that also helps to continue to steam your vegetables. But you don't want them to mush up. Now, while Barry's doing that, what I did to add a little more oomph to this lettuce taco, I have done a little bit of brown rice, and I really like to use the little packets because I don't want as much carb. I want more of this mixture than the carb. So I find those little rice packets just enough, for a family when you're really dividing out portions. And we've heated this in the microwave. This was actually a brown rice and a wild rice mixture.
Okay.
So that's what we've got. We've heated that up. It's cooked. Then we're actually going to add a little bit of chopped cilantro, and the recipe calls for a tablespoon. This is just going to give your rice a little more kick.
Okay. And
we've taken a lime, cut it in 2, and you can either squeeze that over your rice, or like I do, I like to use these little.
They're awesome, aren't they?
I love to use these. That you take it, you put your half inside, and you squeeze, and you are good to go.
You know what I like about limes versus lemons?
Yes, tell me.
No seeds.
That is true.
I mean, if there's ever been a seed in a lime, I've never seen one. I'll put it that way.
Well, that is true.
And the taste is just as good.
So we're squeezing about a lime juice quantity of about a half of a lime.
Okay.
But that is to taste.
Yes.
So if you taste your rice and you say, I think I'd like a little more lime on that, just squeeze a little more in it.
Sure.
So we're adding flavor to the rice with a little cilantro, fresh cilantro. And cilantro is a great herb to grow on a container, garden, deck-size container space. And it's one of those I love, basil and cilantro, yes. Great container things to have on hand. So we have the rice ready, and we've got this ready. So I'm just going to turn this down. And what we're doing here, and we're going to try, I tell you what, let's just spoon a little here, and we'll go over, and I'll kind of bring the plate over.
Sure, I'll hold this.
And we'll get this ready, and we'll just kind of spoon this up, and then we'll spoon the mixture together. If people will just bear with us as we change positions. But isn't that a pretty little dish?
Very much so,
That is a great little summer casserole that you can serve.
And this takes no time.
Exactly. It's very easy. The hardest thing about it is chopping, as we know.
Oh, sure.
Just getting your vegetables ready. But
prep time, as they say.
The actual cooking is so quick and so easy. So what we're going to do, I'm going to let you set this over, and we're going to assemble this taco.
Sure, most certainly.
Absolutely, and bring some things over. We've got a little bit, and you see, we've got a lettuce leaf.
Right.
This is iceberg lettuce, and most of the time we think of a taco, we're going to add shredded lettuce and tomato to it. So this is just a variation. You just kind of get your lettuce and lay your leaf open, and we're actually going to spoon a little bit of our taco mixture, on the lettuce leaf.
Right.
Now, you could actually eat this with a fork if you wanted to.
Sure.
So we spoon a little bit of that, and then we spoon a little bit of our rice on the side. Isn't that good looking?
Looks awesome.
So good. And then here's the topper. Now we're going to put some tomatoes, and I've done some salad tomatoes just right on the top. Okay. And we're going to do a little bit of red onion on that, just to kind of top it off.
Sure.
And if you really wanted to top it, you could do just a little bit of plain yogurt or sour cream.
Or sour cream.
Depending on your preference.
Sure.
So here we have, and again, you could garnish or do a little more lime juice if you wanted to add that. We've got a lovely little mean green lettuce taco today.
Not red, but green.
Not red, but green. That's right. But it could add a little more green because we have the red and everything in it. So that's an easy supper idea,
Sure.
or it's a great dip mixture that people can use to increase those vegetables with kids.
And as you mentioned earlier.
That's right.
Sure. As you mentioned earlier, too, you could still use the regular taco shells, too,
Absolutely.
if you wanted. Obviously.
Absolutely. This is just a way to take advantage of a little bit of a different type of taco salad
Right.
or roll it up taco
Sure.
with the lettuce leaf.
Most certainly.
A great way to enjoy a different taco this summer.
Most certainly.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, if you guys want this recipe, oh so easy to get, you can get it in one of two ways. You can email me at North Central. My email address there is barry.hyatt@nctc.com, or simply just go to our website. It's www.nctc.com. We post all of our recipes on our website. And Janet, thanks again so much
Thank
for all your help.
you. Thank
And
you
so
so
good to see
much.
you again. Glad that
Thank
you're
you.
healthy again.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be back and to be with everybody today.
Most certainly.
Absolutely.
You guys take care. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you again real soon.